Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to another broadcast of WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Tonight's program is brought to you by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
News Center 10, live at 5 is your number one campus source for bringing you the latest news around the state, around Tiffin, and around the Berg. Stay tuned tonight for our social spotlight as we check the pulse of Berg students and find out their opinions on the hottest topics. Coming up, a fatal car crash happened early this morning.
And Heidelberg University is making some changes to campus.
We will see what is happening in the world of social media, and we will see who won Player of the Week.
Don't touch that remote.
WHEI will be right back.
Tiffin, and welcome to another broadcast of WHEI News Center 10, live at 5. Let's get to our first story of the night. A crash that occurred around 7:30 this morning claimed the life of one while injuring another. 47-year-old Curtis Davis of Canton, Michigan, was driving on State Route 2 when an icy overpass caused him to strike another vehicle driven by 65-year-old Rex A. George of Sylvania, Ohio. An injured Davis was taken to St. Luke's Hospital, but Rex George was pronounced dead at the scene. The accident is currently under investigation.
After being held in mock debate between the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, and the United States Army Corps, officials approved to dredge both the Cleveland Harbor and Cuyahoga River on Monday morning. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers requested the dredge to proliferate shipping traffic, while the Ohio EPA did not want the dredge due to the potential release of chemicals and contamination. If anyone wants to appeal the decision, file with the Environmental Review Appeals Commission. Summit County authorities executed a fresh plan to handle contraband seized when arrests are made. According to the Akron Beacon Journal, on Monday, the sheriff's office delivered nearly 50 pairs of expensive athletic shoes to children in need who were a part of an agency's clothing center program. Among items confiscated were gift cards, jewelry, electronics galore, and authorities plan on redistributing these items to several charities.
The Supreme Court is currently working on a final ruling on the accusation Jacob Falfus placed on his former employer, Cedar Point. Falfus claims he was employed as an executive at Cedar Point in 2007, but was wrongfully fired in 2010. Cedar Point representatives countered that he resigned. According to Cleveland.com, Falfus's case is not the first filed against Cedar Point regarding employment. The final word is still under discussion, as a decision can take weeks and even months to be made. That wraps up our local news segment for the day.
But don't go anywhere, because we'll have your biggest campus stories on the other side of these short messages.
You're watching WHEI TV 10. Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Welcome back to News Center 10, live at 5.
Let's get started on our Heidelberg campus news segment. Heidelberg University is currently in the midst of making some changes to its campus. Paul Horniman Stadium is in the process of being built and will serve as the new home for many sports teams here at Heidelberg this coming fall. Freshman Cody McConaughey, a student at Heidelberg, is very excited for the new changes that are going to be made at the school.
The newest thing that they're bringing in is the Horniman Stadium, and that's going to be awesome for Heidelberg. It's going to bring really good exposure here for maybe even recruits or people visiting. They're going to see a brand new complex in. It brings the community together as one, so more people are going to come and want to watch the games and just be a part of Heidelberg athletics.
For more information on the new Paul Horniman Stadium being built and to also find out how you can be a part of this new feature to the campus, visit www.heidelberg.edu.
So what do you think about the new stadium? You excited for it?
I am very excited for the new stadium. As someone who very much uses the stadium, I think it's going to be a great asset to our campus.
Good.
That's all we have for Bergen News today. We'll get into the latest news and stories from the social media world next.
News Center 10 Live at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching WHEI TV 10.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Hello and welcome to our Social Spotlight segment. Let's check out what's trending today in the world of social media. Today's top trends in Ohio include Mother Nature, hashtag Jackie Robinson Day, and hashtag Boston Strong. When you woke up this morning, you may have noticed a bit of snow on the ground. People all over Ohio are confused as to why Mother Nature decided to snow in mid-April, which is why Mother Nature is trending today. Today is Jackie Robinson Day. On Jackie Robinson Day, all players of the MLB wear the number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in 1947. Number 42 was his number that he played. Today marks the one-year anniversary of the bombing of the Boston Marathon. Hashtag Boston Strong is used to show our support for the city and those affected by the incident. Now let's take a look and see what's happening around campus this week. That's all we have to say in the world of social media. Let's send it back over to Elizabeth and Allie.
Thanks, Jeff. So, I don't know about you, but I was very upset about this snow on tax day in April, 5 days before Easter.
I know, people were talking about it, but I didn't want to believe it. But then I woke up today and I saw it. I was not happy.
Yeah, I actually got a text from my mom this morning back home that she had to scrape 2 inches of snow off the car before going to work.
Wow.
It's time to throw it back over to Jeff to take a look at today's top sports stories.
Heidelberg women's tennis player Sophie Fugit earned OIC Player of the Week honors for the first time in her career. The Cincinnati native finished 3-0 in singles action over the past week as the Student Princes took down Capital, Marietta, and Muskingum. Fugit earned a 6-0, 4-6, 6-1 victory in the Berg's 8-1 triumph over Capital in midweek action. Against Marietta on Saturday, Fugit claimed a decisive 6-0, 6-0 win. On Sunday, she picked up her third singles victory of the week, 6-1, 6-0, and a victory over Muskingum. In doubles action, Fugit and Katie Strong were flawless. The duo handed their counterparts 8-3, 8-1, 8-2 defeats respectively. Fugit and the rest of the Heidelberg women's tennis team will return to the court on Wednesday, April 16th, when they travel to John Carroll University for a 3:30 start time. Today's winter weather postpones some of today's matchups. Baseball's home doubleheader against John Carroll is moved to tomorrow at 1 p.m. Softball's doubleheader at John Carroll is moved at 3 p.m. And the men's tennis match against John Carroll has been postponed until Thursday at 1 p.m. That's all we have to say in the world of sports. Let's send it back over to Elizabeth and Allie.
Thanks, Jeff. So what do you think about the women's tennis team? They did really well.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. Sounds like they had a really good weekend this weekend. Coming up, our last story of the night, the future is here.
WHEI on TV 10.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Welcome back to WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Let's get to our last story of the night.
The future is here. As of this morning, anyone with enough money can get glasses that are also a computer.
Google released the Google Glass this morning for consumers worldwide. Google Glass is a wearable computer that acts very much like a hands-free smartphone.
Some features of this invention include a touchpad on the side of the glasses, a camera that can take videos and pictures in HD, voice activation, and the ability to run apps.
With many different lenses to choose from and the option to have a prescription lens to the Google glasses are selling for $1,500.
That's a lot of money for my glasses.
I know. I mean, I feel like I can just get glasses and then get a super cool phone for that much.
For less than that much.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching WHEI News Center 10 live at 5. Our program tonight was produced and presented by the Department of Communication and Media from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our next broadcast.
I'm Elizabeth Wren.
And I'm Allie Costantino.
And for Jeff and all of the WHEI production crew, we thank you for watching.